Good morning, everyone. Scott Maybor here with your Medicare Missive from the pond for Tuesday the 28th. Hope you are all doing well. Let's talk about drugs, plans, drug costs today. So this was on my desk to remind me to speak to you about it. So this woman takes a medication called Lidelzi. Let me preface this by saying, don't look for rhyme or reason in drug pricing costs. I have a longtime friend who's trying to figure out Medicare. I don't even know his age. He seems to be obsessed with going on Medicare. And he called me the other day to tell me this makes no sense. The same drug at different pharmacies costs a different amount of money. And I said, of course it does. Like, why is that a surprise? But he found that shocking, that the same medication on different plans at different pharmacies costs different amounts of money. Absolutely. Just like a gallon of gas costs different prices at different gas stations. So you have to do your research, and you have to make sure that your medication list aligns with the formulary on the plan you're looking at and the pharmacy. Who's their PBM and what's the cost? You don't need to know the PBM, obviously, but the cost. Because one pharmacy's PBM is going to charge them this much. That's a pharmacy benefits manager. For that particular drug, and someone else charges them more. So this poor woman, again, there's her sheet. She takes a drug called Lidelzi. There is only one, none of the drug plans cover it at all. It retails for, I believe it's $185,000. $185,000 for a month of this drug. And there is only one carrier in her county, I believe Eastern Massachusetts, that covers this drug. None of the standalone drug plans cover it. There is only one Advantage plan that is available to her in Eastern Massachusetts that covers this drug. It's insanely expensive. I don't know really what she's going to do, other than I told her to, reach out to the carrier and talk to your doctor, to the manufacturer and the doctor to see if there's anything that can be done, because clearly $185,000 is not sustainable. So that's one. No matter what plan she chooses, none of them cover it except the one. Spoke to somebody yesterday, who she is on an Advantage plan. She needs an injection monthly for osteoarthritis. Now, on an Advantage plan, you kind of don't know what they're going to charge you until they charge you, which is a huge drawback. But you can try to call them and say, how much will I pay for this drug? Sometimes an administered drug, they're going to charge an office visit to a specialist. Sometimes they're going to charge 20%. It's kind of unknown, so you really have to check. But obviously a $2,000 injection at 20% is a lot of money. Plus, are they charging an office visit or charging an outpatient procedure? My recommendation to her, take a supplement. It's approximately $200 a month. $200 a month is less than $400 a month. And because it's an administered drug, so it is a Part B drug. So if you're getting your drug by mail, or you go to the pharmacy and you pick it up and you take it by mouth or you inject it, that's under Part D. D as in drug. If it's something that's administered to you in a healthcare setting by a nurse, it actually could be at your home, but administered to you by a medical professional, a nurse, a doctor, a PA, that is usually going to be under Part B, as in boy. So with an Advantage plan, you really don't know what they're going to charge you for copays on something like that. With a supplement, once the deductible is met, your Part B copays, coinsurance, is covered. So that 20% of that Medicare is not paying for that, as long as it's an approved medication remedy, then the supplement will cover it 100%. So she's telling me the supplement at $225 a month is too expensive. She'd rather pay $400 estimated in copays. Why? Why pay $5,000 if you can pay $24,000? Why pay $5,000 if you can pay $2,000? Makes no sense. She needs to think about it and talk to her daughter. The last one I'll mention, I have a woman who, I can't remember what the drug was, but it comes in 3 sizes. Comes in a 15 milligram, comes in a 10 milligram, comes in a 7.5. She takes the 10. She's been paying a lot of money for it. Not outrageous, but like $75 a month. The 15 is not covered at all. The 10 is very expensive, and the 7.5 is $3.50 a month. So again, the 15 milligram pill is not covered. The 10 milligram pill is expensive, but it is covered as like a tier 5. But the 7.5 milligram pill is covered as a tier 1 or tier 2, I think it was, 7.5, $3 a month or something. It makes no sense. I can't change her prescription, but if she could take a pill and a half a day, that gives her approximately the 10 that she was taking. I told her to ask her doctor. It's $3 a month. It saves her a ton of money over the course of the year. And it's the exact same medication, same pharmacy, same plan, just they cover the 7.5 and nothing else. Be very careful when you're looking at your drug costs. One final comment. The friend I mentioned who's going crazy with drug costs, he went to the SHIP counselor or the SHINE counselor here in Mass, and he said, well, nice guy, but seemed not all that knowledgeable. I don't criticize volunteers. They're giving of their time, but, you know, you get what you pay for in many cases. And, you know, he's calling me, granted he's a friend, with questions after going to a SHINE counselor. You know, skip the middleman if you're concerned. I'm sure there are some great ones out there and some not so great ones. Same in the broker world, same in the advisor world. But, you know, there's varying skill levels. Make sure you get the help you feel you need and are comfortable with. And we'll leave it at that. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. Be well.